Hi, everybody. It's meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes with the Labor Day weekend over. And now we are just sort of moving along to the last days of summer, which will be over in about a dozen or so days. Looking at the weather watches and warnings around the country, you can see how out of balance things are. There really isn't much going on in the eastern half of the state, of the U.S. But of course, the western half is where all the action is, particularly with our summer winter storm that is underway in the Rockies. So we've got winter storm warnings. I mean, just the idea that we're having winter storm warnings up in September, in early September, is so improbable. But we have winter storm warnings in Wyoming, throughout much of Colorado. Snowfall amounts are going to range from a foot or more in some areas. We're going to take a look at some of those numbers, but that storm is going to play itself out in the Central Rockies and eventually just weaken over the next couple of days. So while all the action goes on in the west, and that includes heat in along the west coast in California, it remains relatively tranquil here in the east. Take a look at Denver's temperature, which at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon was at 93 degrees. And on the day before, it was at 96. The day before that, 101. It's 35 right now as of 10:30 Eastern time. They actually had snow for a couple of hours, but the precipitation's lined up, so it's gone over to rain. But it will go over to all snow later this afternoon and for tonight. And the snowfall amounts are going to be again, some of the mountains out there getting up over a foot. So our weather, of course, is good. Now there are a few things that we need to watch. First off, you see all the clouds that, of course, are running from the storm in the Rockies across the Great Lakes and up into New England. Most of that cloud cover should stay out of here, and I think we're going to be okay today with sunshine and patchy clouds from time to time. The humidity is going up because the wind has turned from the east. And the other thing I want to pay a little bit of attention to, and this is something that the Hurricane Center did speak of yesterday and again this morning, is all this disturbed weather that's off the southeast coast. There's probably going to be some kind of low that it will develop and head northwestward toward the Carolinas over the next couple of days. And the probability isn't high, but conditions here are actually somewhat conducive for and favorable for tropical cyclone formation. So there is the possibility that we could see a tropical system form out of this. Just going to watch it for now. Certainly nothing is imminent, and it's not a certainty that that's going to happen. But the moisture here may eventually find its way up the coast, particularly on Thursday when we'll have a weather front that'll be approaching and moving through. For now, though, it's fairly quiet. The high is way out to the east of Newfoundland, and it's got this neck that runs right into southern New England and down into the mid-Atlantic states. The dew points have actually had a tough time coming up because of the fact that we've got this kind of a finger that's poking down, wedged down into the mid-Atlantic. So it's keeping us from getting too humid with the flow coming in from off the water. And of course, the stationary boundary in upstate New York, it's on the other side of that we have this very cold high in Montana and the storm system developing down in Colorado with their issues. Rainfall amounts this week. Now, I think this is going to come later in the week, particularly Thursday, maybe into Thursday evening with some showers and thunderstorms. And if some Atlantic moisture gets involved, we could wind up with maybe 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a quarter of rain. At least that's an early guess. And with respect to what the models are showing here, no problems for the rest of today, certainly. I really don't see any big issues here going on other than sunshine and temperatures back into the 80s. We'll have some sunshine for tomorrow with temperatures again back into the 80s. And you see that moisture on the NAM model kind of piles into North Carolina and Virginia during Wednesday, even reaches southern New Jersey late Wednesday afternoon. Then it dries up, and then we'll have to see what happens after that, because going into Thursday, we do have a a cold front that's going to move on through, and you have this moisture that's coming up from the south. So Thursday might be the one day where we'll have to deal with some showers, and after that, we're looking at another high that's going to be building in from over the Great Lakes and into the Northeast That should suppress everything south. So I'm thinking we'll be dry Friday and Saturday, and then and the humidity levels will be coming down as well. And then on Sunday, with another weather front approaching, we'll throw in the chance that there could be some showers and some storms. Temperatures today, mostly, let's give it a range of about 80 to 85. If you're along the shore, though, temperatures will be in the 70s with the wind off the water. We'll do a wash, rinse, repeat scenario for Wednesday, mostly between 80 and 85, again, 70s near the shore, and maybe not out of the 70s in South Jersey and points south because of cloud cover with some of that moisture coming up. And then as we head into Thursday, we'll see temperatures again into the 80s before the weather front goes by, and the chance that there could be some rain or showers. And then Friday, it cools off. We'll be mostly in the 70s everywhere. And Saturday will also be mostly in the 70s. In fact, some areas up in southeastern New York and up into southern New England might be more like low 70s, while it'll be mid to upper 70s when you head down to southern Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, and into Northeast Virginia. So nothing major going on. We do have tropical storms, Paulette and Rene. They're way out into the tropical Atlantic. They're not going to be bothering anybody, at least for now. And maybe they won't bother anybody at all if they wind up just being ocean storms. But we're going to take an extensive look at the tropics because they're very, very busy, and there's more action to come probably in the next week to 10 days. So we'll do that tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. So be sure to tune into that on my YouTube channel. And of course, Weather in 5 and the Joe and Joe Weather Show are also available as podcasts. You can find them on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and a whole host of other places where podcasts call home. All right, folks, have a great day. We'll see you later.